welcome to 𝕂𝓂. I'm Hans, a 𝕂𝓂 vigilante. Rumors have it that you've tried to take credit for the defeat of Red Nose. To get your name dragged through the mud like that? Who did you piss off? Anyway, the sage 𝐼'𝓂 is waiting for you. We sincerely welcome you to 𝕂𝓂.
This says that Red Nose has been defeated.
If that's the case, why the hell's this village still in this state? I heard they're still drafting soldiers. How about you? It's all because of those damn goblins.
My love, what will I tell Helen? To think I'd be widowed at my age.
I prayed this year would be free from that curse, and yet here we are in another drought.
Aye, and the chief's granddaughter's coming of age this year.
Oh no, whatever shall we do?
Gah, what's the meaning of all this?
The trade wagon that left yesterday has been raided. Again.
𝐻𝑒𝓁 is considering severing ties with us.
Goblins again? Ugh. How many guards do we need to stop them? The entire guild will starve at this rate.
Oh, wise one, this village is filled with bad spirits.
Shouldn't we do something with the chief's granddaughter first?
In times like these, we need to stay vigilant from within as well. And to do so... A greater world awaits your discovery. Welcome, adventurer. You seem to bear a dark energy, eons old. I am 𝐼'𝓂, an alchemist who feels eons old himself at times. Some see these wrinkles as a sign of wisdom, but a wise man would avoid such an unhealthy obsession with black stones. Bruno and Cliff have told me all I need to know of Red Nose tearing through the Dark Rift and his defeat at your hands.
Some beetle wings, parasitic bee lava sauce, and let's see, a drop of imp's tear, and then... Oh, this happens every single time I try to make rouge. Oh, welcome. Hello. adventurer. Hiya, Papa. You've brought someone along? Friends of my father get better deals. They're basically just watered-down versions of Florence's potions anyway. I'm kidding. Please, buy my wares.
Eileen, save your sales pitch. I've a task for you. Think you can handle it?
What? Another one? But I just finished the last one. Can't Florence just swoop in and save the day?
Well, if you don't want this opportunity to meet a black spirit host in the flesh...
What? No way. Look at those dreamy eyes. Nothing like the vacant corpse-like expressions I read about.
Eileen, manners.
Oops. Did I say that out loud? I'll just go stick my head in a cauldron and die now.
Come now, child. No need for dramatics. They are in need of your aid.
Me? Specifically? Sure you didn't just confuse me for Florence? Gosh, okay. Let's see. How long have you been exposed? Oh, wow. That's a bit excessive. And likely to have accelerated the spirit's encroachment. Tell me, does ceaseless whispering fill your head? Do you have an unquenchable thirst? Is that thirst for apocalyptic chaos?
Eileen!
Got it, Papa. I'll... can do it. Definitely. Probably.
I've received a summons from the Grand Chamberlain Jourdain. There are urgent matters at Alejandro Farm to which I must attend. I'll be expecting fair tidings upon my return. Adventurer, please give Eileen your full cooperation.
Right. Florence will be off to college soon, setting the academic world on fire, while I do my best to find a man who trusts me not to set his meals on fire. Why was I talking about fire? Oh, right! My training! Time to test some chemical reactions, but I'm all out of material. Come on, Eileen. Oh, I hate to ask for a favor already, but... If I'm making time for you, that's because I believe I can learn something from you. If I'm making time for you, that's because I believe I can learn something from you. Oh, hi. Time flies so quickly as always. Just gotta cram all I can into each day. Wow, I am so surprised by my own ingenuity. Another research milestone achieved. Go me. Wow, I am so surprised by my own ingenuity. Another research milestone achieved. Go me. You gathered so many so quickly? Guess I've got nothing to fear with you around. Though, as soon as we smite one wicked task, another always rears its head. So, I don't see the harm in us taking our time with them. Papa said you needed help, but... what's a couple of hours? Why don't we take a short walk over to the church? See that bell tower over there? Why don't you go on ahead? I need to touch up my faith for church.
Please, a home to live in is all I want.
My faithful congregation who've gathered here today. You've likely not ever set foot in the desert, nor heard tale of the Black Desert and the salvation of 𝐿𝓂. There was a time when black stones were thought to be blessed with 𝐿𝓂's might. Sown like so many seeds beneath the sands that span from Calpheon to Valencia. These two nations then declared war over these black stones, who watered the great desert with blood until the sand itself could hold no more. From that day it was known by two names. For the countless black stones, Calpheonians know the Great Desert as the Black Desert. But for the countless lives lost, Valencians call it Red. Not so long after, 𝐿𝓂 felt pity for us fallen humans, and granted us the sight to see the black stones for what they truly were. Now that 𝐿𝓂 has lifted the veil from our eyes, let us cast off the avarice and offer up our worldly possessions to him.
Bless us with the newborn. May the grace of our Lord 𝐿𝓂 be with you at all times. Lord 𝐿𝓂 has guided me to Velia. I love Velia. Even the smiles of the children here are lovely. Not only is deep faith present here in this city, but 𝕁𝕭 and Calpheon also share the depth in Elionism.
I was awake a while ago.
Can I pray with my left eye open?
Lord Elion.
Please find my cat. My lord, Lord Elion, could you guide my cat back to me, please?
Lead my son out
Don't
of
take
danger.
my mother away.
May he stay only in the kitchens of the Western Camp. Forgive us our sins.
Oh, there you
Not
are.
so long after,
Shall we sit together?
Elion felt pity for us fallen humans, and granted us the sight. Now that Elion has lifted the veil from our eyes, let us cast off the avarice and offer up our worldly possessions to Elion.
Shirking your alchemical studies again. I see. No surprises there. What does surprise me is how it's a new man every time. What do they see in you? Hello, I'm Florence, Eileen's twin sister. Father filled me in. I only came here to confirm my suspicions. Now listen here. The Black Spirit is biding its time, waiting until you're spent and exhausted. And when you show the slightest sign of weakness, you will be under its control in an instant. My advice, go get some rest. As for my sister, well, it seems she's already lost interest in you. Don't dawdle here listlessly. Go find Chief Igor Bartali. He's known to treat adventurers with the utmost hospitality.
I didn't doze off. I was awake a while ago.
If Lord Elion is present.
I don't have any time for talks. Less time for stammering.
Oh God, my head's aching.
I was once considered a great adventurer, but I ultimately hung my helmet here. I must admit, I sometimes regret it. Ah, so you're the one 𝐿ūstan spoke of. We finally meet. I am Igor Bartali, chief of this village. Welcome to Velia. There was a time when I too dreamt of becoming a great adventurer, and I would love to hear of your heroic encounter with Red Nose. But first, I must attend to a small matter requested of me by the Grand Chamberlain. How about you tell your tale over a meal at the Lunar Halo Inn? It's right over there. My wife, 𝐼'𝓂, will treat you to some refreshments. Go on ahead. I'll be right behind you. Treat the villagers as you would like them to treat you.
made a good choice to come to 𝕂𝓂 Inn. Welcome to the 𝕂𝓂 Inn, traveller. You can call me Islin. My husband said you'd be dropping by. Rowdy drunkards think getting pot-shotting is an excuse for breaking a dish or two, but I make sure everyone pays for their mistakes. Here's fair warning to you. This is the chef of our inn, David. Talented, aye, but patrons love him because he pays little heed to the cost of ingredients. Those two over there act like brothers once a little ale's in 'em. In the cold light of sobriety, they find themselves again sworn enemies. That one over there just keeps to himself, smoking his pipe all day long, never orders a thing, literally running on fumes he is. Oh, look at the old man, the wind blew in. Well, what'll you have? Have a seat and we'll get your order in right away. Tuscany special herb juice. You know your stuff. Good, good. Take a seat over there. My husband's probably dying to see you.
Adventures are best done. The joy for the soldiers in Western camp. They try to stop me.
Real nasty ones.
I'm best at handling big.
Life is cheap if it's worth a pint of dark beer.
Oh, Iselin is talkative as ever. Sometimes she keeps customers so long that the food goes cold. Finally. I've been looking forward to dining together and hearing the wealth of stories you have to tell. First, tell me of Red-Nose. Tell me everything, theatrics and all. Who helped the most in tracking Red-Nose down? Ah, I heard of that one. Quite the smart imp he is. I hope to see him in town someday. But however did Red-Nose become leader of the imps? As I recall, he was ever so tiny and timid. The black stone given unto Red-Nose became one filled with rage. I've no idea what that man is up to. If only I was younger, I'd need just to wave my finger to teach him a lesson. Ah, well. Frustrating though it may be, in times like this, repeat after me. Things are looking up. See? Feels good. Once more. Things are looking up. Your grand journey is still underway, and arduous times are yet to come. Dig deep and shout this out to steel your nerves in those moments.
Well now, what's this? You two together? Things are looking up. Things are looking up.
Oh, Uno. It has been some time. Where have you been quenching your thirst while your old friend's throat is dry?
Me just had a pint at the Dancing Marlin to celebrate our defeat of Red-Nose. Cheers! And yet to think a black stone of such high purity brings me back to the days when there were yet hairs on your head.
I'm telling you, it's all gone in an instant. But I, too, am reminded of the tale of the great desert. 10 years past now?
This is your first time hearing it, right? Listen well, it's quite the tale. 10 years passed. In the distant desert, a sudden and strange phenomenon occurred. The ground beneath the sands cracked wide, and an ancient ruin burst forth. It was the ruins of 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓂, once existing only in ancient texts. Held deep within her, a final chamber composed of the purest black stones.
He's been on about this story for a decade now. My ears can't take it any longer. Be present. It's the year 286. 286!
Nostalgia serves as the greatest drive in the twilight years of a senile old fool. And yet, thanks to what occurred back then, business has never stopped booming.
Never thought I'd see the day when 𝐼'𝓂 the Adventurer was properly domesticated. The things love will do to us, eh?
I may not look it now, but I was indeed quite the adventurer in my day. People would travel far and wide to consult with me on matters of 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓂.
Look at the stone spider flaunting his carapace to the stone-backed crab, like he's forgotten he's speaking with the continent's foremost imp expert. And on my honor, I swear on that day I clearly saw it. The shining star fall into the hills of the forest of seclusion.
That nonsense again. Give it a rest, my dear friend. No one found a star, not even a scrap of metal in that area.
I promise you, before my dying breath, I shall uncover its secret. I, 𝓂, am a man of my word. Believe it!
This stuff is great.
Careful. Do you know how much this beer cost me?
I couldn't believe it. She told me to shave my beard.
You know how many years I spent whacking those scarecrows?
Oh, Ronin, you're here as well.
Of course. I have to lay down the hammer sometimes.
Yes, indeed. It's been some time. Care to hear of my travels to Valencia?
Oh, good. Adventurer, you're awake. This is the 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁𝓾𝓁 the blacksmith. He said you had a pretty rowdy night in the cabin, so he brought you back here. You should go thank him for taking care of you. And maybe apologize for dueling his 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁. Let's be all. We're going to become the Black Spirit together. I have a close friend who is going through a similar situation. Her name is 𝕂𝓂 𝑅𝒾𝓁𝓁𝓾. Yes, the chief's granddaughter. You could say she's the princess of the town. Ever since she was little, 𝕂𝓂 would often have nightmares, but it's grown worse. Now, a dark figure has begun to invade her mind. We're going to pay her a visit. Though, please understand, for anyone so shy and who suffers as she suffers, smile would be hard to muster. Poor Emma. She's the only person who's opened their heart to me. I must find a way to rid her of her vile infestation. Nightmares of the kingdom of 𝓂 haunt Emma. They don't talk about it, saying it's a curse that befell the family. See, she's a descendant of that house, and they sacrifice the lives of their citizens to an immortal alchemist in return for eternal life. That family, they treat the curse like it's nothing, like it's a normal part of any child's formative years. Nonsense, I say. No wonder she shuns these people. I'm counting on you to get closer to her heart. Here, have this. 150 years has passed since the fall of the kingdom of 𝓂. Yet, House Tally still remains in the public eye. Brave robbers have once again stolen 𝕨𝕭𝒂 𝑅𝒾𝓁𝓁𝒾𝓶, a piece of heaven. However, the town has shown no pity, saying that it's a well-deserved punishment. That she may seem like he just enjoys drinking with adventurers all the time, but he really cares about the town more than anyone else. He gave me a place to set up my own shop, and he's serious about restoring the 𝕨𝕭𝒂 name. The 𝕨𝒂 family sold their ashes in an ossuary north of this town. A place like that, teeming with 𝓂 secrets, must have some clues. Go ahead and take off me the church. I'll check in on our dear hungover Dr. 𝐼'𝓂, and then they'll join you.
found the right place if you're looking to check in horses and donkeys. You should be aware that you can only ride one mount at a time. You can either capture or directly buy horses.
Oh, just stop them.
Let's all calm down a little. Calm down.
You cats. I'm going to give you a good...
My head.
Do you finally like that one? What? You're throwing it away again? Why have you thrown away so many?
Look at my face. Haven't even worked up a sweat. Patience is all about refining. I'm 𝕁𝕦𝕔𝕙𝕟𝓜, a blacksmith with patience. Tell me if you need anything. No need to thank me. Looks like I have myself a valuable new patron. I can see how callous the palms of your hands are. You will certainly be a regular at the forge. From now on, trust your gear to me, a master craftsman. And, by the way, where are you off to with 𝐼'𝓂? Tell you, ossuary? Got peculiar taste, that's for sure. Most tourists would prefer visiting more scenic spots. On your way there, give my regards to my dear friend Richie, if you could. He's not been in his town too long. Think I'm the only friend he has. What are you? An adventurer or a grave robber? Oh, 𝐼'𝓂, you've come with a new friend today. You didn't let a grave robber trick you into bringing them here, did you?
I know that I may not be the brightest compared to my sister, but I'm not that foolish, you old man.
It's merely that everyone trusts Clorince's shrewd nature will keep her safe. You, on the other hand, well, what brings you here? Richie? I wasn't aware he had any friends to receive regards from. Tronin? So Richie's been shirking his duties to... Anyway, Richie is probably down below, sweeping and cleaning. Friendly warning for the newcomer. Never lay a hand on anything, or else.
Well, this isn't as scary as I thought it would be. Anything good here? Huh? Over there! Ah! A ghost!
Ah! A human!
What? A talking ghost? Adventurer, exorcise it!
Don't you know who I am? The notorious grave robber, 𝐼'𝓂 𝑅𝒾𝓁𝓁's cousin.
That was scary. I've never been ghosted before. I think it enjoys haunting an ossuary falling into ruin. I thought that Houtman had the easiest job in town, but that is clearly not the case. Adventurer, what's this? Do you think the ghost dropped it? A key! The Bartali crest is engraved on it. So maybe it unlocks something in the ossuary. I'll ask Richard. Where is he? You don't think he's been hurt, do you? Come on, let's go find Richie. Oh, Elion, All, Sylvia, Thornwood Goddess, please keep Richie safe. Richie. Oh, thank goodness. Were you trapped in here? And are you sweeping?
No. This is just me salvaging the last bits of my pride off the floor.
What's all this commotion about? What? Did you cause trouble again?
Old man? Did you know that Richie was trapped in here all along? You really keep vigilant watch over the ossuary, huh?
What? Another grave robber showed their ugly mug? Oh, that cowardly Richie was probably hiding again. I can't be everywhere all at once. An ossuary needs constant care. I'm bound to forget a thing or two. Age takes its toll. You'll see. If it were your sister here, she would have done something clever, like brewed up a potion to make the cowardly goblin a bit braver.
Well, you're not wrong, but it still hurts. Let's go, adventurer. That's Eileen for you. Makes you wonder if she truly is the great Aloustyn's daughter. Sorry we didn't get much out of this, adventurer. I wanted to lift Emma's spirits for a change.
Please stay back. Don't follow me back. No, don't. Who are you? How much longer will this nightmare last? Oh my. The grave robber could have hurt you, Eileen. Don't you ever do that again, even if it's for me.
But I still haven't found clues to the nightmares that haunt you. This adventurer here is going through something similar. I'm sure of it.
No. I'm so thankful that you tried. I don't want anyone to be in danger again because of me. Hello.
My name is Emma, daughter of Justin Bartali. You must be a guest of my grandfather. Well then, take care.
Hold on, Miss Emma. I'm sorry that I couldn't repay your kindness. But look at this! My howls of terror must have shocked that grave robber into dropping it!
The script is kind of old, but I think I can read it. It appears to be someone's journal from the Kingdom of Kron.
Ah, my poor, lonely Hannah. My dear niece. Lovely and beautiful to the very end. A spring's courtship blossomed into summer romance, which bore fruit like autumn. Only for the suitor to coldly part like winter, you persevered alone to rear your child. Only for the king to steal him away. Falling victim to an aged fool's selfish ambitions, seeking eternal life. The world came crashing down, but I shall remember Hannah forever, even as I cleaned the nursing bottle she couldn't heat up for a final time. It is another trace of sin left behind by my ancestor. How long shall I repent his sins to wash away the karma? Well, I just can't keep avoiding it like this. Would you both listen to my sorry tale? In Kron Castle, ruined by sins of past, lay tiny souls hidden, tears amassed. I reach out to comfort those unnamed, but some strange force keeps me restrained. Then, blackest smoke soon overtakes me. I flee and flee. Can no one save me? The crimson gaze. I can't escape thee. My piercing screams what finally wakes me. And now, whispers haunt me beyond my dreams. But I'm unaware of what those whispers mean. There's someone in my dreams who pushes me into Kron Castle. A man wearing a sheep's skull, surrounded by goblins.
If texts I've read are to be trusted, the Black Spirit has begun to take hold of her. Oh, we can't just sit and do nothing. Let's see what we can find at Kron Castle.
Eileen, if we take action, it'll put my grandfather in a difficult position. I read the rescript that the Grand Chamberlain Jordine had sent not so long ago. Goblins that were driven away from the plains of Agris by the imps are now becoming more and more aggressive toward traders. And those goblins, they aren't on good terms with the rebel forces of Medea, who are occupying the Kron Castle ruins. All this havoc may account for the Grand Chamberlain's foul mood as of late. Best not for us to add to it.
You are most dear to the Chief, Emma. And to me too, because you're my friend.
Thanks, Eileen, you're right. We've got to do something. In that case, meeting Grusha would be the best place to start. Grusha is a loyal protector of House Bartali. He's been keeping watch over the Goblins' forest.
spent a day finding out what the goblins are up to.
A human.
I'm 𝓂 the head of the 𝐼'𝓂 Vigilantes Special Task Force. Crown Castle, you say? Let's steer clear of there for now. We're poised to invade the castle soon. It's much too dangerous. To even think of going to such places with Lady 𝕂 in your care shows your utter recklessness.
Then, 𝓂, let me at least meet the Goblin Chief. I've heard you boasting about how you became drinking buddies.
𝐼'𝓂, the chief you knew doesn't exist anymore.
Our race has been reborn entirely. The old chief who used to dance the
in front of the bonfire is now buried beneath the fields of Agris.
A young, giant and mighty chief has taken his place and now leads us goblins to the great battlefield.
What are you ladies doing here in the perilous Goblin's Forest? I myself have come here to inform the scout 𝓂 about something. Head of the Goblin Infiltration Task Force, 𝓂. According to foreign agreement, your job as a scout has been terminated. I'm sure you're well aware that the goblins turning vicious and aggressive is causing quite a setback in trade relations with Serendia. The Chief and Grand Chamberlain have already come to an agreement. You have no other choice than to follow their orders.
You? That's because the imps attacked our goblin base!
You're still acting as the goblins' mouthpiece, eh? Understand that 𝐼'𝓂 has no further plans to coexist with the goblins.
Goblins didn't do anything wrong.
Please!
I beg you, give me another chance. If you only let me speak with them.
Another chance? Does 𝐼'𝓂 come first or do goblins? You're relieved of your post, and you'll serve probation from your own home. Well, who have we here? The hero who defeated Red-Nose! Did you say you want to meet 𝓂 and the Goblin King 𝐺𝑒of? We're more than glad to have someone as skilled as you do us a favor. But are you sure that you'll be fine with someone like him? Since our chief is so fond of you, I'll trust you with this task. However, bear in mind, the goblins are awaiting our swift subjugation. You'll have to finish the job quick before we start the attack. I'm looking forward to seeing the skills of one who could take down Red-Nose.
Thank you. Thanks for protecting us goblins. Goblins are kind. But I don't know where the chief is either yet. Let's ask friends. They'll surely help. Oh, I almost forgot. We must go through a ritual before we do, or else my friends won't let you step foot near them. If you gain an understanding of our tradition as you destroy those totems, the goblins will accept you as their friend. I mean, not all of them. Everyone's been on edge since the appearance of the new king. Toto and my other goblin friends. Toto, this person stood against the Velia Vigilantes. He says thanks for protecting our forest, and that the king is within the goblin cave, but he is also not. Huh? Toto, what do you mean? You want me to look at the mural behind us? Was it redrawn? Us goblins are a race that have called Balanos home for some time now, just like the people of Velia. Well, That was before that violent, red-nosed imp exiled us. That's why the old chief would offer up prayers to the ancestors every day. He prayed for youth and the power to protect his race. Then, one day, a man wrapped in black robes approached him. The man didn't stay long, but imparted a black-coloured stone unto the chief. Shortly after, the aged, feeble chief passed from this world, after siring the new king. That stone might have been poison given to the aged chief to give up his own life. Hey, he wants you to follow him. This is a cave that honorary goblins like I cannot enter. Only pure-blooded Gaia goblins can enter. Toto says that he'll support us. However, he also says that you'll have to fight against the Gaia goblins. The goblins are more vicious towards outsiders than ever. Do you think you can do this? A human commander's body has become the vessel that hosts our king. But our king still bears the name of Kiev. Oh, mighty king, please protect us goblins. Please restore our peace. That must mean this stone grave actually contains... It doesn't matter. It's all for the benefit of goblins. Lend us strength!
I'm sorry. I know this place is dangerous, but curiosity killed the cat, right? I mean... Oh. Look! Black energy erupted from the cave you exited from, and formed this illusion on the rock. I've seen this symbol in one of my father's books. It's a mark indicating the Goblin King is hiding in a dark rift.
What brings you ladies here to such a dangerous place?
I thought I might find something useful, so we paid a visit to my grandfather's study.
The goblins stole the book we, borrowed while we were looking for you. What do they even need a human book for?
My ladies, all goblins know that boiling letters in a cauldron will make you smarter. I will take the ladies to 𝐵𝓂 Farm, where it's safe. Find Lady Emma's book. You must look for a giant cauldron.
I knew I could trust you. Now, let's read the book to find out whose body 𝐵𝑒ℒ actually inhabited. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Crocsus Antonio, guard captain for 𝕂 𝑅𝒾𝓁𝓁 in Eleonian year 135, forfeited his life when he dared to admonish his king for attempting to sacrifice a young maiden and child to attain immortality. The immortal alchemist said the ritual must go on, and the enraged king had Crocsus executed, and his remains scattered over Ewell's hill.
It's him. The one who led me to that sin-laden castle. He met such a tragic end. To lose his own flesh as well. He must have appeared in my dreams for a reason. I need to speak with him. Is there any way we can summon 𝐵𝑒ℒ from the Dark Rift?
There must be a way, Lady Emma. But first, you must eat. Your grandfather would have me hanged if I'd let you pass out. We shall ask Martina, the farm owner, for some food.
He must have appeared in my dreams for a reason. I need to speak with him. Is there any way we can summon 𝐵𝑒ℒ from the Dark Rift?
potatoes for cooking? I'd be more than happy to whip you up a meal. Nothing comes for free now, does it? The farm wasn't always looking a mess like this. You can thank the goblins for that. I'd be more than happy to whip you up a meal, but nothing comes for free now, does it?
I'll be more than happy to handle the cooking, though I know most of your harvest has already gone out to Velia.
Eileen, be a dear and scrounge up some potatoes from the field, and your company can get the chicken porridge started. I'm not sure if we've got any hearty potatoes left. It's not the first time goblins have made a mess of our field.
That earthy aroma. Oh, it reminds me of my grandmother's steamed potatoes. That didn't take too long, right? I have good senses.
Good. Now that our stomachs are full, let's try putting our heads together. Gieth chose a body that's been dead for quite some time. According to what I know of nature, the body should have decomposed already. So how do you think he got around that?
Oh, that reminds me of something Father taught me last week in class. It was something on alchemy used to trap time. I remember it because I really struggled with the reagents. Clorence said something like, "Eileen, what good's ahead if you don't even use it?" Then she said, what did she say? "Eileen, you're so stupid you'd flip over an hourglass to check the time." Oh, right! Sands of Time! Using Papa's special recipe, it's possible to restore the flow of time where it's been halted. But it's difficult to get the materials. Only black stones of a purity of at least 73% will work. Papa brought some such stones to class last week, but I think, I used them all up.
Color me surprised. I should have brought Clorence along. She would have come up with another plan, surely.
I'm sorry. I'm not Clorence.
I think you're crossing the line here, Takros. My grandfather will hear of your behavior. Eileen, don't give up. There is always a way. We will find it together.
Well, I suppose certain ingredients can be substituted, but we'd need an object one would sacrifice their life for.
A goblin's horn should do then, I imagine. Can't understand why the bastards are so obsessed with these things, though.
Here, over... I
black stone? It once belonged to the old chief.
Singular mind, eh? You keep mum until we start on about goblins. That black stone is better put to use elsewhere. Right now, we have a better tool at our disposal. The goblins themselves.
Quiet! I can't think. I'm becoming potato-brained standing in all these potatoes. What's your gut tell you, adventurer? I'll follow your lead.
You do know that goblins who've lost their war horns are good as dead, right? Takros, you still consider yourself human?
You're nothing but a Median deserter, squatting in the ruins of a fallen kingdom. If you were so scared of goblins that you had to flee to 𝑉𝒃 for sanctuary, you should have just kept your cowardly ass there.
I care not about your slanderous words, but I shall mark them as an act of mutiny. Once our operation here is done, you will be punished accordingly.
May the great king... And then... Well, you... And you...
Black stones twisting their hearts like this. Oh, I can't stand to see it. I'll be working on the sands of time. Now, please fetch me the first ingredient. I require fresh blood of a weasel. Fortunately, there are plenty of weasels around the farm. And I've even brought my best friend along. This book may look a bit worn out, but she's full of knowledge. Without her, I'd never pass an alchemy exam. Next, we'd need a shimmering wildflower. They're sometimes found blooming in 𝐻𝑒ℚ's plains.
Since you're flower picking in 𝐻𝑒ℚ's plains anyway, shouldn't be too hard to nab a war horn off a goblin while you're there.
Even in death, I shall curse you all! So you and you
Better take this fool to the research lab in Keplen. To lose one's humanity like this. Tragic, really.
The story goes that the shimmering lights from these wildflowers are the very souls of innocent children who were sacrificed in the foolish King Noir's search for eternal life.
Let's go hunt out a decent spot to brew a bar concoction. �ฬ𝓃, can we trust you to protect us without riling up any more goblins?
Oh, we need to move quickly. Let's do our best to get this in one go. quickly and just in time. Ta-da! I managed to put together a makeshift magic cauldron. Don't look at me like that. It actually took a lot of ingenuity to put that together. Alright, now if we perform some simple alchemy with these ingredients, we should obtain something known as the fragments of time. Don't look at me like that. It actually took a lot of ingenuity to put that together. Oh, look at the color of the smoke. I think that means you were successful. I mean, none of my past attempts produced such a color, so that's good. Take those, place them inside the pot, and you will be able to create the sands of time. Yes! I can't believe it! It worked! Oh, let me take a look at that. The sands of time. Oh, we did it! Hooray! If only Father would put this recipe on my next test.
It's the moment of truth. I shall call for my men. It's time we finally reveal the fiend behind the mask.
Finally. I shall meet with the one I've seen only in my dreams. This doesn't feel right. Pray, be careful, adventurer.
Sprinkle this on the goblin mural atop 𝐼'𝓂 Hill, and you'll be able to summon forth 𝐺𝒂 from the Dark Rift. should have already arrived in Velia by now. Goodness, adventurer. Whatever are you?
It was you, 𝐺𝑒𝑡H. The one who pushed me towards 𝓂 Castle in my dreams.
Emma, be careful, okay? Will she be alright, adventurer?
He appears to be saying something. Adventurer, I wish to speak with him.
I need the power and wisdom to protect my people. It seems that I still lack gold. I need more black stones. The black stones granted me the gift of this flesh. At the same time, so too began this dreadful nightmare of 𝓂. He spoke to me. If I wished for the nightmares to end, all I needed to do was but destroy the relic atop the spire at 𝓂 Castle.
Who was he? Are you speaking of the man clad in black robes? Was he the one who gave you the black stone?
You seem to know a lot more than I thought. As he instructed me, I advanced toward 𝓂 Castle, bringing destruction to all I laid eyes upon. And yet, at the spire, I encountered one who could not be killed. This body I inhabit froze at first sight.
You too have been dreaming the same nightmares as I. What did you find at the spire?
It burns. It overwhelms me once more. Soon this body shall no longer be able to reside in this world. By the time I return, I shall be caught in the abyss, maddened by a pain that only my flesh shall remain, crying out. If only someone would remember that I shall protect my poor tribe forever.
𝐺𝑒𝑡H, wait!
I'm speechless. Did you end up losing that fiend? We should have joined forces to exterminate him and the rest of the goblins for good.
𝐺𝑒𝑡H is gone for good, so you can rest easy. Though, do you perhaps know who's guarding the relic within 𝓂 Castle?
And where'd you hear something like that? That kind of knowledge shouldn't be tossed around so casually.
It doesn't matter how we know. We know. You're resident of Velia now, 𝓭. Don't you think it's your civic duty to tell us?
Understood, milady. I shall tell you of all that I know. None of this is news to the chief anyway. The reason the Median deserters could stay in those ruins, well-fed, well-supplied, is due to aid from an outside benefactor. Not a clue whom. They only dealt directly with our leader.
Outside benefactor. Sounds wealthy. And powerful. Oh, any chance he's got a baby face too?
I In exchange for their constant support, they had only one condition: for us to protect the spire's entrance at any cost. We were also instructed to never open the entrance. Didn't stop a few fellows whose curiosity was greater than their sense.
What happened to them?
They died. Milady, you're not thinking of going there now, are you?
We must head to 𝓂 Castle. Adventurer, I believe this is the most opportune time with you by our side.
I see there's no change in your mind, milady. Though I'd ask, if all goes well, that you put in a good word for me with the chief. With our current numbers, a full frontal assault would be suicide. We need to go in with a small team to infiltrate enemy lines. Once inside, you'll find a man named 𝐵𝓂 hiding out in exile. He's the only fool still alive who's tried to open those gates. He too seems interested in getting out, settling down in 𝐵𝓂. With enough persuasion, I imagine he'd offer his full cooperation. I'll remain here and keep an eye out for 𝐺𝒔 if he ever returns. I entrust these ladies in your care. If I ever get a promotion, drinks are on me.
Elion's balls! Who do you think you are, sneaking up on me like that? I nearly pissed myself. Eh? Come again? You want me to sneak you into the castle? And you'll get me Velian citizenship, is that right? How are you aiming to do that? Getting you in alone would be a feat in itself. But getting the lot of you in? Forget it.
Hello there. I'm 𝐼'𝓂. I beg you reconsider. We really can keep our word. This girl, right here, her grandfather's the chief of 𝐵𝓂. And rumor has it that you'd like to start a new life in town, so...
Oh, so she is. The stone-faced wench herself. Just poured right out of me, that did. Apologies. Let me start again. Name's 𝐵𝓂. I would happily be your guide. I may not look it, but I hail from a long line of guild advisors. The reason we've been stationed here for so long was due to our dealings with some outsiders. Not sure which merchant guild they hail from, but they kept us well equipped and well fed with a steady stream of supplies. If we say we're here to inspect the supplies, they'll let us through. When they shout the passphrase, black or red, reply silver. I'm thinking our grizzled adventure here would be a dead giveaway. To play the part of a merchant, best let the ladies handle it. Hold! Move and I'll shoot!
Huh?
Black or red?
What?
Black or red?
Silver?
Come on! What the hell kind of response is that?
Ah, don't mind her, she's new. Sounds like you guys are having a hard day, yeah?
Shit like this just makes it harder. Move along.
Let's go then.
Another inspection, eh? Do we really need 2 a day?
Well, it's like we say. Any merchant worth their spice always measures storage thrice.
Hold up! I recognize that ugly mug. 𝐵𝓂! What are you doing showing your face here? Guards! Anyone?
That was close. I'll hand it to you, you're more capable than you look. Anyway, what's brought you and this gaggle of classy lasses to such a dangerous place as this?
We're here to examine the ruins of 𝓂 Castle spire. No need to be alarmed. Takros told us everything. And yet, even though it is the first time I'm physically here, It's somewhat unnerving. I've seen this place so many times in my nightmares that it all seems so familiar.
Nightmares? Does your ladyship have such horrid dreams too? Then she must be... Are you the expert who's traveled the world studying specters?
Huh? An expert? No. No, not yet anyway. My sister's the one to call on for that. Why? Are you all struggling with nightmares too? No, please, you must tell us.
Yes, we are. It wasn't as bad as this before, but they've become far more frequent these days. The vengeful souls of this castle torment me in my dreams. Especially those gathered in the well over there. Apparently, one of the kings of old poisoned the well and gathered up all the dead maidens' bodies. Just the thought gives me chills. What? What do you mean you want to go there? Just look, it's practically swarming with soldiers. Is this well really so important? What are you going to do? Set the whole place on fire, then just waltz in for a chat with some ghosts? Is that the plan?
That's given me an idea. Here, adventurer, take this. Remembering Hannah. You recognize it, don't you? This is the journal Richie recovered from the 𝕨 ossuary, the one from the Cron period. Like Beetle said, let's play with fire. Set a tent alight to create chaos among the soldiers. Then burn this book over the well. Igniting the reagent should manifest the spirits, but... oh, such a waste. Such a precious reagent wasted on this. Ah, there go my plans for conjuring a hunky specter on a lonely evening. That's given me an idea. Here, adventurer, take this. Remembering Hannah.
Huh? What?
What the hell?
Did some idiot touch the spire door again?
Have the vengeful souls returned?
The king's descendant has finally deigned to step foot here. The sinful legacy of her forebears coursing through her veins. We cried out incessantly, for how could we remain silent? Yet to have our cries reach only the ears of the loathsome royal line, a cruel fate indeed. For why did we cry? Our children held captive is why, trapped within the spire, beaten by chilling winds, guarded by the king's mighty knight. Do you yet wonder why we still cling to this realm? Would a mother, a father, abandon their own child?
That knight was formerly the guard captain of 𝕨𝕭 𝑅𝒾𝓁𝓁. It is said his martial prowess was only surpassed by his loyalty to his king. A loyalty so boundless that he, with the aid of alchemy, abandoned his humanity and became, in all senses, a monster in order to better serve his lord. This sacrifice robbed him of his flesh, and when the deed was done, he was reborn as the frightful Phantom Knight, charged with guarding this place eternally.
Somewhere in the castle is the scroll of the alchemist. That scroll should allow you to call forth the Phantom Knight. I beseech thee, smite down the Phantom Knight and set our children free. I wish to feel my children in my arms one last time.
Are you talking to ghosts? Actual ghosts? Look, I should let you know, I'm allergic to paranormal activity. You need to know how to find a scroll belonging to the ancient alchemist. You think I keep a mental log of every text I see? Do I look like a librarian? I believe there was a special task force assigned to guarding important documents. Problem is, this unit headed by Commander Randall is always changing location. No need to worry though, it's not hard to get our hands on the info we need. All we need is a document showing where personnel are stationed. Let's nab it off a rookie over there. Why am I not fighting alongside you? Are you so heartless, adventurer? Practically yesterday I was breaking bread with these guys. Killing them would feel crummy. Let's have a look here. Hey, careful! It's a long way down, and I've got a feeling all the king's horses and men aren't interested in putting me back together again. Looks like... Huh! They're at that spire! We can get there by climbing this ladder. What? This is all that's left of Commander Randall's unit? I'd recommend keeping your guard up. It could still be a trap. What? No. It was only thanks to your heroic distraction that I could get here first. Don't get bent out of shape about it. Take a look at this flower pot. Pretty suspicious, eh? Oh, brilliant! From what I can make of this map, there might be something down there. Aha! Next to the door, that box. Do you see it? Ooh, to think that I had my doubts about the success of this mission. We should head over there next, up the ladder to our exit.
The Phantom Knight is a solitary force serving only 𝕨𝓚 𝑅𝒾𝓁𝓁𝒾𝓶. It's folly to think reading off a scroll alone would summon it at your whim. The ruins of that spire you're attempting to approach was raised here by none other than the immortal alchemist himself, 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁𝑒. He swayed the king with promises of immortality, but unfortunately for the king, 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁𝑒's true intentions laid elsewhere. Bringing the evil god 𝕨𝓂 into this world required the most evil of acts, the ritual sacrifice of pure and innocent lives. It is fortunate that the ritual ended in failure, but the power that lingers in these ruins of pure black stones remains strong. The souls trapped within are bound here, waiting for one who can free them of the chains that eternally bind them. The reason 𝕨 froze at the sight of the Phantom Knight is because my flesh was imprisoned by his hands. I too have waited a long time for this, for you who shall break the chains of vengeance.
Why did you stop so abruptly? The ladies are waiting. Hurry and climb the ladder. Adventures first.
Returned, adventurer. We were worried that you had suffered some kind of accident.
Do you know how many years I've stood guard here? I could climb the castle with my eyes closed.
Wow, that's impressive, I guess. But why were you kicked out again?
After all I've done, you're not thinking of leaving me behind, are you? I mean, honestly speaking, our whole situation didn't sit right with me. We're all suffering from ghostly nightmares at night while being bloodied and bruised from brawling with goblins during the day, all for the sake of protecting some tiny piece of land with some rundown ruins. What are we putting our lives at stake for? A man's life is precious to him, innit? I felt I'd earned a bonus of sorts. Just so happened the men who caught me pilfering the captain's room didn't agree. You happy now? Let's get a move on. To the Chamber of Secrets over yonder. can relax a bit now. The spire is right above us. Everyone's too afraid of the Phantom Knight's curse to approach here anyway.
Huh? What is that chest you've been lugging around? And that scroll? What on earth? This is... Kavros' own handwriting! This... can summon forth the Phantom Knight, you say? Oh, let me see that. Where is it? Oh! 𝕂𝓂 𝑅𝒾𝓁𝓁𝒾𝓶𝓙. This can't be... This scroll bears the orders of 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁, the god of darkness! The words on the scroll mean nothing if the king isn't the one to speak them. The Phantom Knight only heeds his call. And he's been gone ages. His kingdom in ruin. And even the kingdom that came after. All trace of him gone. No. Do you think...
The dreams I've dreamt thus far can't be mere coincidence. The blood that flows in my veins may rouse the night to my call.
Hold on. You're not some legendary adventurer like your grandpa or your great-uncle Lancelot. Are you sure this'll work?
Coincidence and fate are two sides of the same coin. As grandfather likes to say when he's on a hot streak in 𝑖'𝓂. Eileen, stand at the altar and read aloud the scroll's incantation. Then I, bearer of royal blood, shall call upon the Phantom Knight. As for your role, adventurer, please take down the Phantom Knight.
Father, do you think I can do this? Thyself, pledging sword to something greater, O knight who's pledged unyielding devotion to Hrod.
I, 𝐼'𝓂 summon thee by thine oath. 𝕂𝓂 𝑅𝒾𝓁𝓁𝒾𝓶𝓙.
Time to stand gawking. Hurry! To the spire with you. Take the ladies. Me? The remaining deserters may have been alerted by now. So I'll stay here and stand watch. Quickly now.
Understood. Then, let us ascend this tragic spire.
This is the place. Just like in Emma's dreams. This is amazing.
Because of my ancestor, King 𝕨𝕏 𝑅𝒾𝓁𝓁, and his collusion with the immortal alchemist 𝑘ℎ𝑒𝓁𝑑, the poor souls that befell their wicked plot called out to me.
Now has finally come the time to bring peace to their endless suffering. Go on. Oh my word, it's beautiful.
I'm sorry. I pray you find peace.
I don't...
Could it be the stories left by the freed souls? their sentiments of gratitude for not forgetting about them. This light must be a gift for all of us. I believe it's time we return back to our ordinary lives.
And suddenly, an impressive display of fireworks. Then someone came along and went pow! Right in his big red nose.
Papa, don't forget my present!
Of course not. Listen to your mother now, you hear? I shall return with a 𝐻𝑒𝓁 cocktail dress from my little princess.
Finally, some room to breathe. Onwards to 𝐻𝑒𝓁!
If I can get 𝑒𝓂, I've still got a chance.
About as much chance as catching red nose locking lips with Kiev.
Well, they do say no news is good news. But still... What? Done!
Why, hello there, adventurer. Oh, such a nice weather. If an adventurer would come by on my way so I can close I'm kidding. I was just about to close the shop anyway. It's been a while since Emma returned to Velia. I wonder where she could be. Shall we look for her by the old wharf? Emma always enjoyed the sea breeze while staring off into the distance. What did I tell you? Hey, Emma! What are you doing here?
Nothing. Adventurer, thanks again. Because of you, I was able to wash away some of my ancestral sins.
Oh, here you are. Our house has waited a long time for this moment. For the breaker of chains was freeing those souls. I misjudged you as little more than a green plain adventurer.
And I thought on them that the partner in 𝕁𝕦𝕔𝓙𝑒.
I never would have guessed you'd be the one to save our village.
I'm sorry, 𝐻𝑒𝓂. This doesn't seem fishy to you. That man gave the black stones to 𝓁𝕁𝕟𝓚.
Aw, come on, dog. The foulness has finally chased us from Velia. And besides, this poor adventure must be stopping by now. Right, Emma?
Adventurer, if it's all right with you, it would be our honor to treat you to a simple meal.
Not quite. Could you entertain
adventurer about it? I will run ahead to prepare. Take your time. Don't be too late.
It's been a while since I've seen my dear smile like that. Thank you for shining a ray of sunlight on 𝐻𝑒𝓁𝓁𝒃. While girls are preparing the meal, would you mind paying 𝕨𝕒𝕥𝕟𝕜 the keeper in the southern part of the village a visit? The villagers have prepared a small token of their appreciation for you. Also, there's an important guest who's come all the way here to find you. I do believe, one more thing. Don't forget, 𝕨𝕒𝕥 is always open to you. Calm down.
Red-Nose here, and now some phantom knight. You're building quite the reputation. I've even heard the title breaker of chains. Her ladyship, Lady 𝕨𝕒𝕟, got to surrender has made the long journey here to extend an invitation to you, the title.
Back then, always they said you were East Stooge. That was a lie, am I right? Someone of your caliber would never stoop so low as to work beneath that ruffian. Thanks to your efforts, the goblin threat has been greatly diminished, and trade between 𝕨𝕭𝒪𝒃 and Velia has been reopened. You also caught the eye of the Grand Chamberlain Jordan Ducasse, who's extended an official invitation to you as well. Come now, let's pack your things and prepare for the journey to 𝕨𝕭𝒪𝒃. Don't make us wait too long now. Let us take our leave, Roig.
Yes, my lady. We shall depart immediately. Now you. The Grand Chamberlain is a busy man. Don't forget, if you dally too long, you would be losing one of the greatest opportunities of your life.
Someone was in big trouble. To have Princess 𝕨𝕭𝕁 surrender come to my stable of all places. There's a lunchbox that Lady 𝐼'𝓂 put together here. Carrots from launching a farm there. Buster's snacks all over them. Anywho, the chief prepared a few things here and there. A trusty horse is crucial if you wish to head all the way over to 𝕨𝕭𝓁. When you gain some time in the near future, Velia is always open to you.
Adventurer, you've arrived. You must be starving.
It's not much, but we've prepared what we have as best we could.
Well, look who it is. The personal guest of Grand Chamberlain Jardine himself.
Oh my! Are you leaving for 𝐻𝑒𝓁? My goodness. I hear all the men there are gorgeous. I'm so jealous.
I guess 𝐻𝑒𝓁 pales in comparison.
Well, 𝐻𝑒𝓁 is homely enough for me.
Homely?
Whew! Oh, I'm stuffed. Your cooking is the best, Emma. Well, I'm off to take a nap.
I hope the food was to your liking, adventurer. I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I'm not sure if it was my best. Maybe, when you return from 𝐻𝑒𝓁, I could prepare another meal for you? Properly this time.
𝐻𝑒𝓁ians always say, time is like wine. Waste not a drop. Best not to keep the Grand Chamberlain waiting. And remember, when you're in 𝐻𝑒𝓁, you shop at 𝐼'𝓂's. If I catch you around 𝑐lorence's store, well, I'd be absolutely heartbroken.